Well, hiya folks, Scott here. This is going to be a video of all rambling, because I must tell you of the excitement that I experienced in the past weekend, this last weekend. Of course, Extreme Rules was Sunday, but Saturday, excitement. What happened Saturday? Now, every year here in ReviewGuyLand, where I live, Pensacola, Florida, the WWE has come by to our Civic Center. We have a fair-sized arena, I guess one would say. But they've come by. Last 2 years it's been the SmackDown ECW show. But this year, on Saturday night, that's right, Saturday night, they had a super show. And I don't know how prevalent or common these things are. Or maybe they are, very much so in these economic times. I don't know if they've scaled back to a single touring company or whatever. But, yeah, super show. Biggest names of the entire WWE in one arena in one night. First match, I'm going to try to split this in half. Yeah, it's my Kennedy. The Kennedy in me pronounces half. I'm sorry. So for the first match we saw Tyson Kidd and Evan Bourne. Very good, very exciting opening match. We had a Divas match that wasn't so good. Ooh, next out comes this guy. Very funny looking gentleman. He's Irish. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Some of my best friends are Irish. I got Irish in my... Okay, we've got... so anyway, very funny looking guy. Gets on the mic. And he talks about how he is going to show the WWE fans that Irish people are not ridiculous like Finlay. That they don't have leprechauns and blah, blah, blah. And... so I'm thinking, well, Finley's obviously, because we saw the shoes of whoever it was behind the curtain, the boots, and I thought that's Finley. There, he's going to come out and wail on him. It wasn't Finley. Guess who it was? Did somebody say Ricky the Dragon Steamboat? Yeah, it was him. It was he. And I got my hand slapped. I was right by the rail. Third year in a row. Third year. I was right by the little thingy. Stuck out my hand, pow! Ricky the Dragon right there. Very exciting. Actually, the match was so-so. It was a little long. No offense to Mr. the Dragon, but probably that Irish guy. And I'm sure we'll be seeing him soon on the ECW. Very funny looking guy. Very funny looking. But yeah, that was exciting. Anyway, so skipping ahead, well, we saw Kofi and Matt Hardy. And there was MVP and Umanga, of all people. And then we had, but the final match of the night, 6-man tag match. Okay, tell me if this excites you like it excites me, just the prospect. It was CM Punk. No, let's start with the heel side, even though, I mean, they're both very impressive. Randy Orton, Chris Jericho, Edge, okay? The 3 top heels in the company, hands down, versus CM Punk, Jeff Hardy, and John Cena. That's exciting to me. I hope that's exciting to you. It was a very exciting, the most exciting part. And you see, the thing, where I was standing in my spot on the rail, stick my hand out, waiting for my, let's see, where, there we go. Doing a little Elvis, I'm kind of like, come on, hit me one. I'm a dork, I'm sorry. But had my hand out waiting for the people to come by. And it just so happened that if they started on this side of the little walkway, the faces, the heels of course were too good for all of us. If they started on this side of the walkway, they would switch to the other side right at me. So a lot of times I would just not even bother putting my hand out because I was pretty sure they were going to go to the other side before they got to me anyway. And it was depressing. And I said there was a girl beside me, and we were both bemoaning the lack of hand slappage in our area. I said, you know what, Jeff better slap my hand, I'm going to be mad. And guess what Jeff does? First of all, it takes him a long time to come out, and I'm thinking, uh-oh, what's he up to? But he started on the other side, and then switched, came over, pow! I got a full hand of Hardy hand right there, and that was very exciting. So I got some very exciting moments. I had a lot of fun with this hand. Oh, wait a minute. No, wait a minute. No, stop that. Rewind that part. Anyway, so that was excitement for Saturday night. And then Sunday, the excitement continued. Extreme Rules, New Orleans, Louisiana. Now listen to this. Here's a fun story. This is a great story. Some of you may remember if you watched my WrestleMania wrap-up video or videos, I mentioned this kid that was sitting beside me, right, named Lewis. Beside me at WrestleMania, we would chat, we had some, had fun. We both agreed that John Morrison is awesome. So, I didn't really think about it. I didn't think of the odds or the chances or whatnot, but Lewis was from Baton Rouge, which is, halfway, well, I mean, I guess it's near New Orleans, so I never really considered that Lewis might be there, right? Well, I'm walking in the Riverwalk. Riverwalk Marketplace. It seems like it used to be a mall. In my memory, it was this grandiose, sprawling, beautiful mall, but it's really not. It's really not terribly impressive nowadays. I don't know if it has anything to do with the riverboat that hit it like a decade ago. Maybe not, I don't know. So I'm walking in the Riverwalk, and then coming down this way, down the mall, is it's Lewis. And I'm walking, and that's Lewis. Now, but by the time I realize it's Lewis and the connection gets in my head, and I think to myself, I really ought to go say hello to Lewis, What are the chances, But I was far enough away, and I thought to myself, if I run down this mall and seek out Lewis, I just felt like it would be a little creepy, This giant bearded man chasing down this high school kid, Hey, somebody, hey! It just seemed creepy. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to go chasing after him. If we happen to meet each other, because I was going this way, I'm going to turn around and come back. If we met in a natural way, I'll say hello, but I'm not going to. But I kind of wish I would have. But anyway, I just thought that was extraordinarily neat. The odds I think are fairly slim of an encounter like that. But that's not the end of the story. No, I promised you a great story. That's only a neat story. So I get to Extreme Rules, the New Orleans arena. And, by the way, Tom Lady was about to steer me wrong. She was about to send me on a wild goose chase. Not to the actual New Orleans arena, some other New Orleans arena. Apparently there are 3 of them, according to Tom Lady. And I took my best guess. Anyway, I get to the New Orleans arena, decide I would like a bottle of water, and I go to the place where there's the shortest line. Yes, the pretzel stand, bottle of water, $3. Yeah, $3. So I get in line, and I look in front of me, and it's Lewis. Lewis is in front of me. So I said, Lewis, is that you, Lewis? And he goes, hey, man. And then he says to the girl he's with, he says, hey, this is the John Morrison fan who sat by me. And I was like, you told stories about me. I'm just flattered. So anyway, I had a nice little chat with Lewis. He was apparently going to all of the shows in the area, the Raw and the SmackDown tapings or whatever. So he was very excited. I got a picture with him. And so how about that, folks? 2 encounters with my WrestleMania seatmate, the person who sat next to me. I mean, really, I'm no mathematician, but the chances are pretty slim, right? Anyway, I enjoyed the show a great deal. I thought it was a lot of fun. The whole CM Punk issue troubles me. Although we'll have to see where it goes, but yeah, I'm troubled by it. I'm a little afraid to talk in too many specifics because I know that WWE likes to rip people's videos down who are too specific. So I won't be specific, but yeah, it was a very fun week. And if anybody has ever read A Confederacy of Dunces, I've got a moment or two to ramble about non-wrestling related garbage. Not garbage, good stuff. A Confederacy of Dunces, right? It's set in New Orleans. I ran into a statue, almost literally, of Ignatius, the main character of the book. And I've figured out my new goal in life, short-term goal. I'm gonna clean the Ignatius statue. Just look forward to my updates on that. excitement here in ReviewGuyLand. Not only excitement, but also purpose. It wasn't just a fun weekend, but I said, you know what? That statue gave me something. Anyway, I'm gonna stop right now, and in a moment I will restart and do an ECW review. So, and look forward to that very soon. Okay, thank you.